Hello, Capricorn. Elsie here to do your reading. It is for the week ahead. Cappies, how are you? Thank you so much for clicking here, my Earth cousins. I am looking at a short stack of oracles, and if you've been here before, you know what's about to go down. I do throw these oracles for the overall energy for the week ahead, and then I'm going to throw some tarot on it. We're going to get some details of what's going on in the oracles. I chose to use the Surrender deck this time because we do have a full moon coming up in Scorpio on Monday the 12th, and so it is going to be a time of emotional reckoning, deep emotional things. Like Scorpio is way deep like the ocean, deep emotional things coming to the surface, and I feel like you'll be releasing some of those things, emotional things that you no longer need. And the Scorpio energy is deep as the ocean, and you'll be digging deep to these emotional things, finding what it is that you need and what you don't need. Could be quite an emotional full moon. Let's find out what's going on for you, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Welcome here if you're brand new. There's a subscription button down the bottom right-hand corner if you would like to stay. Hope that you do. All right, so we have trust. So I think that's what you have to go on right now because it feels like you might be wandering about in the dark. We do have trust, and it looks quite serene. We do have a little boat that's out on the water here, and it feels like somebody here is trusting that the current is going to take them in the right direction. We have a moon that it's like somebody's traveling by moonlight. It's like they're trusting the universe in this little, yeah, it does look like a little boat here. It feels like you're supposed to, I'd say, trust the calm. If the calm is what you're in right now, I would say trust it, that it's not just the calm before the storm, but it is the calm. I think you're moving into the flow. We've got water in both of these with a full moon here. And so it feels like that you will be releasing something that has been maybe blocking your flow. Feels like you're, cutting down a dam or something, and it feels like it's been blocking your emotional flow. So I feel like you're about to get into the flow here. Trust that is where you're supposed to be going. Allow the universe to take you there. Tell me more about Capricorn, please. Tell me about Capricorn. We've got regret. And regret says, I know that I cannot change the past. So trust it. Trust it, Capricorn. There's nothing you can do to change the past. The past is done. No matter how many times you revisit it, and that means old relationships, old friendships, things that end up in the past are there for a reason. They've already taught you the lesson, and if you go back, it means you haven't really got the lesson. And look, it's not a bad thing to have to go back and relearn the lesson. But I feel like trust tells me that I think that you already know the lesson. You just have regret that things worked out the way they did, and possibly you wish they could work out differently. We do have judgment. It says, I understand that everyone has their own unique path and challenges. And so when we do understand that, we stop blaming people, right? We stop blaming them for not showing up, blaming them for choosing someone else because they probably needed more lessons before they got to you. We stop blaming people around us for acting the way that they do. They're also learning their own lessons. When we learn about judgment, it's about not judging others because you don't want to be judged, essentially is what it all is. This surrender deck here I thought would be appropriate because of the full moon, and see what maybe possibly you could be surrendering, or maybe something that might be useful for you. What does Capricorn need to surrender, please? Tell me about Capricorn. We've got surrender to inner peace. We've got surrender to effortlessness. It says here, cultivate inner peace on a daily basis in quiet, meditative moments. Focus on the stillness within and enjoy this inner refuge. Others will feel your good vibes too, and your life will flow more easily. I think that you're learning to trust yourself is what it looks like here. I feel like this regret card isn't so much about you feeling in regret, rather than I regret it didn't work out the way I hoped it would, and now it's time to carry on. I'm going to trust myself. I feel like that's what's going on here. We've got surrender to effortlessness. It says, stop pushing so hard. The art of living means going with the flow instead of trying to force the river, right? Both of these, going with the flow. Yeah. In the dark, there's no lights on the boat. That person is just drifting along, and This literally is the flow. So it does feel like that your life is about to feel a little more effortless than it did before. It feels like you are now letting go of regret. You are trusting yourself and your intuition, and you realize that you are responsible for the energy you bring to a room. So instead of walking in an energy where you're wondering if everybody likes you, you walk in the energy of, I don't really care if they like me. I like who I am, and that shifts the energy. It really does shift the energy. All right, let's take a look at some tarot. See what we can find out about the tarot for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. And Capricorn, don't forget that there is private readings. I am doing live readings, and in those live readings, you dictate how long those readings are. You also dictate how many questions, because I'm going to let you just rapid fire me if you need to. As many questions as you need answered in the live readings. I'm also still offering the pre-recorded readings if that's your game. All right, let's find out what's going on for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Oh, by the way, check the pinned comment for Hipsy link so you can check my pricing if you're interested. There is a 75% off an introductory offer for the live reads if you're interested. All right, tell me about Capricorn. We have 8 of Pentacles. I feel like this getting into the flow business for you has been a lot of hard work. Trusting yourself, being within yourself, and being in peace. And really, peace is like cultivating it says cultivating inner peace on a daily basis. Quiet meditative moments. You don't understand. If you have mastered the quiet meditative moments here, that is something that a lot of people cannot do, because they're stuck to their phones and stuck to the TV and stuck to the drama and all of that goes on within the daily news. And if you can find be a person who can find some quiet moments here, then you are ahead of the game, way ahead of the game. We've got the 3 of Pentacles here. We have the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the World card. We've got the Emperor, and we've got the Lovers. It does feel like, Capricorn, that you might be somebody who is thinking about going out on your own to build something by yourself, is what it feels like here. The 9 of Pentacles is attached to the Emperor, but also attached to the 3 of Pentacles. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. I feel like you're a subject matter expert on something. So maybe you've got extra education, or you've learned something. You've mastered something. Maybe you've got a master's. Maybe you've got a bachelor's. But it feels like you've mastered something here. And it feels like this chapter is now closed. I want to say you did accomplish what you wanted to accomplish. And this is a major milestone. So if you're the person who has worked hard on the dissertation and got your PhD or whatever it is, congratulations to you, because that is no easy feat. I feel like you are doing it to be a teacher or to teach others about whatever it is that you have become the subject matter expert on. And gosh, I just don't know a Capricorn I haven't learned something from. Natural teachers, right? Capricorn is a very natural teacher. Capricorn, I feel like you have perfected something, and I feel like you are somebody who might be set apart from others because you maybe are a great lecturer. You're somebody who doesn't mind people watching you work, so you can teach them as you work. It feels like you have come from the 8 to the 9 Pentacles in some sort of a fashion of confidence. It feels like whatever you've learned, whatever you've mastered here has really built your confidence. And so I feel like that chapter is over, but it also feels like it's really leveled you up in terms of your confidence in life, like in your Pentacle world. So this 9 of Pentacles is like the glow up stage, right? It's like looking really different on the outside or feeling really different on the inside because you've got more knowledge about something than the other people who are around you. It feels like you've gone through a glow up stage. The 9 of Pentacles for me is also something you've built on your own. So you could have built your confidence on your own. You could have built this subject matter on your own. Maybe you're a person who, in writing your dissertation, that you have changed something, changed science, changed whatever the subject matter is. It feels like you've become the emperor. So I want to say you've become or will become a person of influence. So now this reading is for the week ahead. And I feel like somebody is probably, if you've just accomplished this, or if you this is your milestone that you're coming to next week. Bravo to you. But it feels like you're stepping into different shoes. What I don't feel that maybe you're quite aware of is that people see you as someone of influence. And so I was saying that the Three of Pentacles, right? It's not air energy. Maybe you do have air energy, but it is that you are a teacher and that you are somebody who is of influence. So it feels like maybe your influence is something in the Pentacle world. Maybe it has to do with building money, building wealth, how to build something by yourself. Could be building a business. It feels like you're the person who's teaching other people how to do what you do and how to build it. And when you build it, you will build an empire. It feels like you're the person who is teaching other people how to build up their empires. We do have the Lovers here, and the Lovers doesn't give, it feels to me like it's out of place just a little bit. Like the Lovers is here, and it feels like the Emperor is possibly, maybe this was the thing that you wanted to complete before you decided about the Lovers. I feel like now that the door is closed and now that you are not as busy as you were before, maybe you have time for this. We'll clarify a little bit, find out what's going on here. Let's find out what's going on for you. Something's about to flow really easily for you. It's about to be effortless in its flow. It's like just allowing the river to take you where the river feels like you need to be. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles here. Tell me about the Three of Pentacles. We've got the Six of Wands. Yeah, there's like, you're getting a lot of attention. People are cheering you on because you are the star. Ah, there it is. I felt like you were a speaker. And so I feel like this is part of what you're going to be doing in the future. It doesn't have to be in the week ahead, but it feels like in the future, it feels like you're going to be lecturing on whatever you've built here or however you've built it. It feels like you are going to become the star. And for me, the Ace of Swords and the star together, that is the person who's behind the podium or the person who's on the big screen. It feels like you're the person who's going to be like commanding auditoriums or teaching people about how to gain attention while building something that you're not sure is even going to build itself. Tell me about the Eight of Pentacles here, because it feels like you have finished school or gotten the certificate or tell me about the World card here. It feels like it took you a long time to learn what you're learning. We've got the Page of Pentacles. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, it took you a long time. And you know what? Oh, you know what I'm hearing is I just touched this and I touched the Knight of Pentacles. I heard Taylor Swift say, because I can do it with a broken heart. That's what it feels like. It feels as though you, Capricorn, have whatever you have accomplished is the accomplishments you're about to see are things that you don't even understand how big these accomplishments are going to be for you. It feels like the Nine of Wands is telling me that you did it with a broken heart. Everything was falling to the ground. That's what she's talking about in her song, right? That while she was trying to build her career, while she was trying to be on tour, Taylor Swift, she was going through breakups like all the rest of us are going through, the terrible things going on in our life. She was going through all of those things too. And she said when she hit the ground, like everything shattered and, people were just chanting more, more. So I feel like you did it with a broken heart. Whatever it is that you've accomplished here, you've done it with a broken heart. You've become a person of influence here, or you're about to be. Tell me about this. We've got the Page of Swords because you've learned something. The Page of Swords to me is the one that is never ending with digging up information. The observer, somebody who walks into a room, knows their station. The Emperor's here, right? Knows how much clout they carry and just sits quietly and observes the people in the room. We have the Five of Swords. You observe the arguers. You observe the people in their relationships. I do this when I go to a restaurant. We see people in the breakfast nook and they've got the newspapers up and they're not even looking at each other. One's on their phone, one's on, they're just taking the time that they have together, they're taking for granted. I feel like you're an observer. You're someone who watches people, who maybe you watch them argue. And this doesn't have to be an argument or a fight. I mean, it can be, but it doesn't have to be. It could be just that we're arguing so we can have movement in the conversation. It could be a debate. It could be just that we have different points of view. But it also could be arguments and fights within relationships. It could be that. We do have the Death card. Something is changing. And I feel like the Two of Pentacles is telling me that what is changing is that you're about to make some sort of decision here. And I think that leads us to the Lovers. Tell me why the Lovers is here. All of this is about you becoming who you are. And then all of a sudden the Lovers is here. Tell me about the Lovers. We do have this, oh, you've been holding back from love is what it is. I feel like you've been just far too busy or in your comfort zone here. And I feel like you've just been far too busy to pay attention to people who are shooting arrows at you. That's what it feels like. I want to say that you've been holding back, that love has not been your priority. It feels like your priority has been work or building yourself an empire of some sort, or the beginnings of building an empire. With this page, we've got the page is here, and we have 9, which is 10 Pentacles. I feel like you're about to make a lot of material wealth doing what it is that you've gotten your accomplishment with. So whether that's a certificate or whether you have mastered the self and now you're in this glow up phase, it does feel like you have been sort of lax on the love energy. I do feel like there's somebody here who's interested in you. It could be a Gemini, could be a Scorpio, a Taurus, an Aquarius, or a Leo. It does feel like you're very mind focused at this time. You're very focused on observing people. And I think that's really how you become the Emperor, is that you're a really good observer. I feel like you are in a comfort zone, and it does feel like you love to reside there. But I feel like there also is somebody here who you don't know has feelings for you. The Three of Wands, you might figure them out in the future. Something is not as it seems. Tell me more about this Lovers here. Got the Judgment card. Somebody's making a decision. It's somebody you already know. Somebody you already know, but maybe you don't understand that they have feelings for you. It feels like it's somebody that you know. 6 of Cups. So we got 6 of Cups here. 6 and 1 is 7. It feels like at this time, I feel like moving too quickly into love is just going to be very confusing. It's going to disjoint some things, but it does feel like there is some sort of an aha moment. Somebody sees you as the star. They see you as someone who's getting a lot of attention. It's like somebody needs to move in quickly here with you because they see that you have star power, I'm going to say, and they don't want anyone else to snap you up. The Judgment card is here, which tells me someone is making a decision. The 6 of Cups is here. Tells me that you already know this person. They feel like a soulmate. They might even be someone who is new to your life, like within the last 6 months or 7 months possibly. And maybe you are kind of sweet on them, but maybe you got just sidelined, right? You got sidelined by your accomplishments, building the self, taking care of you, keeping your nose clean, right? Keeping your head down, not judging anybody, staying in the flow is what it feels like. You have been focused on trying to make your life effortless, and somebody's been watching you do that. I'm just going to put down 3 more cards, and I'm going to take this into the extended. And if you're interested in the extended, if you do want to see that, it is, I'm just going to be putting it in my membership area. So there is a pin to the, in the pinned comment, right where the Hipsy link is also the link to join the membership area if you're interested in looking at these extendeds here. Tell me about what we're going to talk about in the extended. We're going to talk about the Devil energy. We're going to talk about the Ace of Pentacles, and we're going to talk about the King of Swords. Look, somebody here might have just become a lawyer. It could be that. The King of Swords to me is the lawyer, judge, magistrate, somebody who is, when they open their mouth, they make a big kerfuffle. It's like they change minds. They transform situations. I feel like this Devil is here with the Ace of Pentacles because I feel like there is an obsession with abundance. I feel like, honestly, that with this Lover's card here, that I don't really even think your eye is on that. I think your eye is on becoming the King of Pentacles. I think that's what's going on here. And the King of Swords, definitely this is the speaker, the one that has the magic words. And I feel like the magic words are going to make you a lot of money. 3 lots, because we've got obsession here, right? Obsession, but it also feels like it's going to take a lot of your time. So I feel like you're focused right now. We're going to talk about what's going on here. We're also going to talk a little bit about this. We'll give you a little bit of information about this lovers thing, if that's what you want to talk about. We have the 9 of Cups here. I really think that you're focused in the 9s. You're so focused in the 9s about making yourself inwardly happy, looking on the outside, making your pentacle world comfortable, being very confident in how you're doing that. It feels like everything in your life is becoming effortless. Look, the Temperance card is here. It's becoming effortless here. Yeah, that's what it says here. You stopped pushing. You started getting in the flow. You stopped pushing your way into whatever it is you felt that was yours, and all of a sudden, it just starts to open up. I'm going to go into the extended. Thank you so much if you're going to stop in there, and if not, that's okay, because I'll be back giving you more readings. You guys take care, and I'll be back because I'm always back. See you then. Bye-bye.